once again with another wrestling DVD review, and this time it's a Smackdown Best of 10th, the 10-year anniversary one. Yeah, 1999 to 2009, eh? 10 whole years, 100 moments. And the way this DVD is produced and presented is kind of with Michael Cole and Matt Striker as presenters, providing links in between each moments and matches, and they kind of work well as presenters. I think Michael Cole comes off a lot less annoying on here when he has like Matt Striker to rebound off of. I think maybe there'd be a good commentary team, or maybe it's the fact that Michael Cole isn't acting all over the top and crap. But yeah, they're basically acting as the announcers. The packaging's pretty nice. Some good pictures. A picture of Kurt Angle on there even, shaving the Big Show's head. And of course, like the ring collapsing, Brock and Big Show, good stuff. It tells you some of the moments that are going to happen on the back of the DVD. But it doesn't tell you the order of it, so that's kind of good. And it doesn't tell you every one. But yeah, and it has like some of the nice stuff on the inlay. It tells you all the matches that are going to happen now. The match selection does have some great moments, but it's not stellar, if you know what I mean. There is some great matches there, but there's also some that just aren't that good at all, and you just kind of wonder, well, there must have been some better stuff on SmackDown around that time. And yeah, so I'm going to get into it disc by disc. I'm going to look on the computer on silvervision.co.uk, and any like moments that stand out in my mind I'll talk about. It basically, a lot of it, they kind of like gloss over gimmicks and stuff. Like say Boogeyman has a segment and Ken Kennedy does, and like on the first disc it has Matt Hardy's Mattitude as one of the moments, and I think that is very good having that included on there. I like the Mattitude gimmick a lot. I kind of wish they did more with that really. That was cool. A few like gripes I have with how this is handled, this DVD, is there's like a lot of these moments are shown within like bits where there's like talking heads, like on Channel 4 how they have like the 100 greatest musicals or cartoon shows or whatever. It's kind of done like that, and it kind of sucks because you'd rather see the whole moment. I would have personally. I think this DVD would have been a lot better if they did it pretty much like the 15th anniversary Raw. But nevertheless, there's some entertaining stuff, and I've just completely sidetracked there, but that's just a thought. First disc, Mattitude's good. Randy Orton and Undertaker had a good match there, pretty freaky with like Undertaker seeing himself in the coffin. Ray against Eddie in the cage match was really good, I thought. Nice out of tune Stone Cold singing. This is something that shouldn't have been on there, I don't think. Jericho against Chyna. Don't really want to see that. Carlito's debut against Cena was good to see. Hulkster returning was good. The Barroom Brawl, enjoyed that a lot. That's Hogan against Jericho, and it was quite good, quite interesting to see those two against each other. But I do think they could have put a better match on there, really. Al Snow and Steve Blackman, that's brilliant. That's so funny. They had some funny clips of them going over stuff. That was good. And this 8-man tag from SmackDown last year that was the main event, which is an alright match, but still think there could have been better stuff on to be put on here, That's what I found with a lot of these things. Like, there's stuff like Hardcore Holly being injured and that, which didn't really need to go on here in my opinion. And stuff like Deborah's Cookies. It's like, come on, that was like really high up as well, Deborah's Cookies. 52, number 52. It's just like, oh, come on. How was that better than like the Rob Van Dam Steve Austin match, which was a good match, I thought. And the Lethal Dose of Poison, where Vince McMahon introduces that he's bringing the NWO back. That was a great moment, I thought. I remember that. Austin stalking DX was fun, kind of like in hunting style. And there's stuff like The Rock and Buster Rhymes with just them. I just didn't think that was very good, to be honest. Maybe that's just me. And of course, like, and Rey Mysterio jumping from the top of a cage. It's a bit like, why is that so high up there? No. There's a great match with like the world's greatest tag team against Tajiri and Eddie Guerrero. That was fucking good. And it had showed clips of the parking lot brawl between Cena and Eddie, and I really liked that match. I wish that the whole of that was on there, and I'm glad they had Heidenreich raping Michael Cole on here. That was quite funny. Oh, Billy and Chuck's wedding. This was actually the first time I've seen this, and it was, I don't know, just the build-up and how it ended. It's just greatness. Loved it. Kurt Angle vs Undertaker was a good match on here, and it had Jamie Noble and Nydia, some segments of them, quite funny stuff. And third disc. Yeah, it has like Stephanie slapping Linda as one of the moments, and it's like people like CM Punk and Miz or whatever just talking about it. It's like, oh, come on. I know it's a moment, but God. Oh yeah, it had a nice segment with Crush Holly against the Headbangers and the Fun Museum. That was good stuff. But I wish they showed the whole of it, you know, instead of it just being something there with like wrestlers talking about it. It just seems a bit needless to me. Yeah. Oh, John Cena's debut against Kurt Angle. I thought that was that was a good way for him to debut and stuff. And stuff with JBL kicking out the immigrants. That was funny. For the wrong reasons. JBL versus like this big like Godzilla blow-up doll thing. That's really high up. That's like number 16, and it is quite entertaining and funny. But I don't know. Oh, and it only showed. Well, another gripe I had with this is it only showed clips of Angle and Lesnar's Iron Man match. Now, granted, it was an hour, but I was hoping the whole thing was going to be on here. But maybe they're saving that for an Angle DVD in the future. Yeah, I wish. Edge and Hogan winning the tag belts. It's pretty high up there. Oh, that's like John Cena, a clip like to do with John Cena's rapping and how he used to diss people, and it makes me miss that gimmick. I hated it when it was happening, but when I look back on it, I just chuckle a bit at it and just find it quite amusing. It's a shame, really. And it has like stuff with like the Big Show's dad's funeral being interrupted by Big Boss Man. That's funny stuff. And it actually has like CM Punk talking about it, saying how it's a YouTube hit apparently. And yeah, that's just all I want to talk about really. The thing I really want to mention is the number 15 TLC 3. It shows Benoit. They're saying, oh, it's under tag team champions, and it really showed Benoit on screen, and then it showed him on the ladder with the belt, like not facing him, and then like a few matches later, oh, the Edge and Eddie hardcore match was great, but it like mentioned Benoit at least 3 times in that match. It just makes me wonder. They're just slowly slipping him back in, aren't they? Because they did this on a Triple H DVD. Granted, that was a year ago that came out. And they've done it on this DVD. Like, he's been mentioned a few times and even shown. And yeah, I think they're just gradually slipping him back in. But anyway, that's another vid for another time. I'll probably do a vid on that. But for this SmackDown DVD set, I recommend watching it, but I don't recommend buying it for like £22.50 like I did. I'd say buy it if it's cheap or borrow it off a friend. I probably am going to go back and visit a lot of these moments, and it is very watchable. You can just flick it on and it will hold your attention because there's lots of diverse stuff on it. But otherwise, I wouldn't totally recommend it, but per se, but it is pretty good, I'll say that, but maybe not quite as good as the Raw one. Had a few gripes, but entertaining enough. Definitely solid enough for a look at. And I'm going to be looking at this soon. Oh yeah, it came in the mail today. And I'll be having a review of that. Expectations are low for the documentary, but the matches, oh yes. See you later.